Now at 5 a.m. on WKYT this morning, more than 10 people are dead this morning in South Carolina, and now federal aid is on the way. We'll have the latest from hard-hit Charleston and all of that flooding.
A pair of crashes in Madison County left 2 people dead. We've got the latest on both investigations coming up.
And tonight, after bad weather canceled it a week ago, Lexington will host the highly anticipated Bryan concert. We'll have details on how that concert might impact traffic here on WKYT this morning.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
Hey, good morning to you. Welcome in. It is Tuesday, October 6th. We're glad you're along. I'm Bill Bryan.
And I'm Rebecca Smith. Had the heat on earlier in the weekend. Turned it off promptly on Sunday, so nice to keep it off.
Well, that's right, and it looks like it's going to be very nice weather. It's very warm yesterday afternoon with the sunshine, and we get to keep that for the next few days. Here's meteorologist Micah Harris.
Yeah, you can leave that heat off, you can leave the AC off, save you a little money the next few days. Beautiful outside this morning, sitting there in the 50s with mostly clear skies. A little fog here and there. It's not a major issue, but it's something to watch out for. And as we continue to go throughout your forecast in towards your afternoon, we're going to be hanging on to those temperatures right there around 78, 79 degrees. So there will be some changes in the forecast with that to come. Temperatures are there in the 50s this morning. Head toward the afternoon and look for those temperatures fall right there in the upper 70s to around 80 degrees. We'll talk more about this in your dry spell. Then we're going to hit some rain later on this work week. I'll get into that in just about 10 minutes.
All right, we're going to enjoy that sunshine, and others are not, and others not so fortunate right now.
Yeah, dealing with a lot of bad stuff in South Carolina after days of record rains. Today could finally bring a break in the weather for folks there.
Yesterday, President Obama signed a disaster declaration for the Palmetto State. Flash flooding has killed at least 10 people in South Carolina and another 2 in North Carolina. Authorities are watching several waterlogged dams that could overflow. Over the weekend, some cities saw more than 20 inches of rain. Members of the State National Guard Helicopter Aquatic Rescue Team have been searching for people who are missing.
We assessed the scene. There was people waving towels and getting our attention, and I think we rescued about 25 people out of that one neighborhood.
Now, a Lexington woman who went to South Carolina to visit family is now stuck there in the area. Tammy Lane has been in Kingstree near Myrtle Beach. She says most of the roads around the city are blocked by high water. Lane works for Fayette County's public schools. She is expected to be back at work Monday, but now she's hoping to be back in Lexington by the end of the week.
Well, 2 pedestrians are dead after 2 separate crashes in Madison County.
Yeah, yesterday afternoon, a woman was hit and killed while crossing a street in Richmond. And last night, a yet unidentified person was hit and killed in Berea. WKYT's Mark Barber is at KSP headquarters in Richmond this morning, where police are investigating that second accident. Good morning, Mark.
Good morning, Bill. The Madison County coroner has still not released the name of that second person who was hit and killed by a car yesterday. However, we have learned that that first pedestrian who was killed is 56-year-old Eileen Powell. She was killed when she was walking along Berea Road in Richmond around 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon. Then police were called out again around 8:30 last night when a second person was hit and killed by a car. In this latest case, state police said that the person was walking along Mount Vernon Road near Berea when they were hit. Now, there are still many questions in this case this morning. We do have calls into state police trying to figure out what led up to this crash, if anyone will be charged, and who was killed. As for the crash that killed Eileen Powell, the driver who hit her will not be charged. Now, this morning, her friends and her family, they are continuing to mourn her death. They describe her as a wonderful person who lived to serve others. She gave herself to others is what everybody is saying who we have spoken with. And you'll hear much more from them coming up on WKYT News at 5:30. Live in Richmond, Mark Barber, WKYT.
Mark, thank you very much. And new this morning, WKYT is tracking a stabbing overnight out of Garrett County. That happened just after midnight this morning on Mason Avenue in Lancaster. Lancaster police say a man and woman were fighting, and the woman stabbed the man on top of his head. He was taken to the hospital with what are believed to be minor injuries. Police are still looking for the suspect. They say she might have walked to Danville. Well, Lexington police are on the lookout this morning for a man who they say robbed a motel. Officers were called to the Red Roof Inn on Wilhite Drive just after 10 last night. They say a man walked in with what the clerk believes was a gun, demanding cash. He ran off in an unknown direction. Police say the suspect is about 5'9". He was wearing a red hoodie and had a white handkerchief covering his face.
Well, as the University of Louisville battles allegations that a former staffer hired prostitutes to sleep with basketball recruits, a Commonwealth's attorney could potentially file charges against that prostitute. According to a Louisville TV station, Commonwealth's attorney Thomas Wine says his office is in consultation with Louisville Police Crimes Against Children's Unit to see if Katina Powell committed any crime. In the book, Powell admits to getting her 15 and 17-year-old daughters involved in the escort trade. However, a spokesperson for the Commonwealth's Attorney's Office says just confessing to a crime in a book isn't necessarily actionable. A woman who accused a former UK football player of sexual assault has filed a federal lawsuit against the University of Kentucky. Last February, a grand jury cleared defensive end Lloyd Tubman of a rape charge. He was, however, expelled from campus after the university said that he committed sexual misconduct. According to our news partners at the Herald Leader, the plaintiff claims because UK allowed Tubman to appeal the decision against him, she is being victimized. The university says Tubman's appeals were part of due process.
Tonight, Kentucky's major party candidates will square off for their second major gubernatorial debate. Matt Bevin and Jack Conway will be squaring off tonight at Center College in Danville. Independent candidate Drew Curtis, however, will not be taking part. Center's president Joe Roush says the school has an excellent track record when it comes to hosting important debates. Center was the host of the vice presidential debate in 2012 between Paul Ryan and Joe Biden. Tonight's debate starts at 7 o'clock, and there will be coverage tonight on WKYT News if news is made there. A man advocating for sales adopt a fairness ordinance will speak to the city's council tonight. Our news partners at the Herald Leader report that the city will be hearing from an advocate from the Woodford County Human Rights Commission. Back in June, neighboring Midway adopted a fairness ordinance of its own. If For Sales ends up passing a fairness ordinance, it would become Kentucky's 9th city with a law on the books that protects LGBT citizens. After rainy weather forced country music fans to change their plans last week, the much anticipated Bryan concert is on for tonight in Lexington.
Yes, everyone can relax and breathe a sigh of relief, right? The show will go on. The much anticipated concert will certainly have a huge impact for traffic in the area. WKYT's Hillary Thornton is on Tates Creek Road this morning, which will be the main thoroughfare tonight. Good morning to you, Hillary.
Good morning. 20,000 people are expected at that Bryan concert, which, as you mentioned, means a lot of traffic in the area to and from Talon Winery. Now, to help with that traffic congestion, police will be out monitoring the route out to Talon Winery, including this intersection here behind me at Tates Creek and Man of War, where officers will be controlling those signals. The day is here for thousands of Bryan fans who had to wait an extra few days for his Lexington concert. Rain forced organizers to move the concert from Thursday of last week to tonight. Gates for parking at Talon open at 2 o'clock this afternoon. However, cars that get there before then will not be allowed on the property and will have to wait in line along Tates Creek Road. Officers will be out directing traffic at the entrance of the winery. Lexington police are strongly encouraging concert goers to plan to get to Talon early and have patience, as there will be quite a bit of congestion along the 2-lane country road leading to and from the location. Now, the concert is scheduled to start at 7 o'clock. Again, if you are going to that concert, make sure to leave yourself plenty of time to get out to that concert location. Also, if you're going to be out in this area of Tates Creek Road, you can expect some heavy traffic this evening. Live in Lexington, Hillary Thornton, WKYT.
All right, and you can expect some good music at that concert.
Yeah, just stay safe out there trying to get to and from.
A lot of folks looking forward to that. We just want to give you a heads up on that potential for heavy traffic. 5:09 and WKYT This Morning is just getting started.
After the break, today is the day McDonald's will begin selling breakfast all day long. The details on why the giant is moving the mornings all the time.
And what better to go with McDonald's breakfast than blue milk? Why one city's sports success has prompted a dairy farm to create a limited edition beverage.
Another good-looking day today, but what about the next few days? We'll get into that and also show you rain in your forecast coming up.